Packing for travel used to feel like an Olympic sport until I finally nailed my formula. Pieces that mix, match, and move with me. Today, I'm sharing my favorite travel outfits, from leggings to layers and the one carry-on bag that keeps it all together. Today, I'm thrilled to partner with Nomad Lane, and I'm going to share the bento bag with you. And I know so many of you love to travel in a carry-on. This bag is for you. And yes, it's travel season, ladies. Get excited because Thanksgiving is on the horizon, Christmas and New Year's Eve too. And many of us are jetting off to visit family, friends, or maybe in January. I mean, I'm already thinking about this. I was just talking to a friend of mine, a blogger friend, and we were like, okay, we need somewhere warm the end of January to go. So we're already plotting for that little trip. And if there's one thing I know, listen, ladies, if there's one thing I know, it's travel. Because I lived overseas for 10 years, logging more international flights than I care to count. From Vietnam back home, we lived in Shanghai, China back home, and we lived on a teeny tiny island called Guam back home. And yes, thousands and thousands and thousands of miles, long haul flights, overnights in hotels, and yada, yada, yada. So yes, I call myself an expert. And here's what I've learned. First, it's important to dress well when you head to the airport. I know, we have all seen all of the nonsense that people are wearing when they travel. But dressing nicely, yet comfortably, isn't just about style. It's a sign of respect, not only for yourself and also everyone around you. I mean, I always think about this, even when I'm in the grocery store line. I truly feel that, having myself put together really is a sign of respect for all of those around me. And you may have a different style philosophy, but that's really what is one of my motivating factors. It's not only that I'm getting dressed for myself, but as I said, it is respect for other people around you, and especially when we travel. And so my home airport is Atlanta Hartsfield Airport, and it's one of the busiest ones. I think it's the busiest in the entire world. So I've seen all of the outfits, as I mentioned earlier before, all those crazy outfits. I mean, some people are wearing pajamas, and some people are wearing I'm not even sure. That's actually kind of a nice little pastime when I'm at the airport, is just like looking at people around me. But I mean, some people, the business people are just so beautifully attired. And there's just, and I do get some fashion inspiration when I'm at the airport. But we do see absolutely everything when we travel. But I know the Grit and Glam Club, we're different, right? We show up stylish yet comfortable, because that's also key too. And things have changed since I was a young girl, and we used to get dressed to the nines and go to the airport and get on the airplane. But back then, the seats were much roomier, even in coach. The aisles were much roomier. I mean, everything was just completely different. And you didn't have to, climb over people, to get to your window seat. And that's what we have to do today. So yes, we do have to be thoughtful in our comfort, but we still want to look stylish. And why we do want to be comfortable is because we have to be ready for whatever the airlines throw at us, because we never know. Our flight might be delayed. We might miss a flight. We might miss that connecting flight. We might have to change gates and race from, one gate to the next. You just never know when you show up at the airport. So let's talk about how to travel smart, stylish, and comfortably. And as I said, I'm sharing today Nomad Lane and the bento bag, and I'm so thrilled to partner with Nomad Lane, and I think you're going to love this bag too, because travel starts with the most important thing, and that is our suitcase. So this is the Nomad Lane bento bag, and I'm going to sing the praises about it because this bag has completely changed how I travel. It's smart, structured, and stylish enough to sit beside a Louis Vuitton carry-on. Or the Speedy bag. I know a lot of people have a Speedy bag. I actually don't. I have, actually, my favorite to travel in is a Tory Burch bag. But the bento bag can look luxurious all on its own. And the first thing that I love about it is that it opens down the middle. It's just like a suitcase. So you can see everything at a glance. There's a padded laptop compartment. I absolutely love that because I always travel with a laptop. A zip-away water bottle pocket, elastic key leash, and even a tech pouch for chargers and cables. And I think that these are just really very smart built-ins to your suitcase, so you don't have to go out and purchase something specifically for that. And the trolley sleeves slides right over your roller luggage. And the weather-resistant nylon with LWG certified leather trim means it's both practical and beautiful. And mine's been rained on, it's been overstuffed, and it's been shoved under airline seats. And it still looks brand new. And I know a lot of you grit and glamours travel with only a carry-on. I actually like to check all my bags in, but I know that that's not the case for all of you. And as I mentioned, the bento bag was made for you carry-on people. It's organized, it's elegant, and designed for life on the go. It's ethically made, it's built to last, and stylish enough to double as my everyday work bag. Basically, it's my ride or die travel companion. And let's just say my daughter-in-law and son have their eyes on it, so I've got to make sure that it doesn't wander off because honestly, it's that good. Okay, ladies, let's talk about what to wear when we have a long haul flight or it's a short haul flight. I do tend to dress a little bit differently if it's like if I'm just jetting to New York as opposed to if I were going to the West Coast or Europe. But now that we've got the travel bag handled, let's take a look at what we're going to wear. And let's talk about outfits. So let's start with my travel MVP. That's leggings. They're comfortable, they're sleek, and when styled right, they look polished enough for the airport lounge and a quick lunch. And one of my favorites is the Spanx Booty Boost leggings. They are really good. So comfortable, and they're very flattering. Because I do think when you are wearing leggings, you really have to be thoughtful. A, how you style them, and B, actually how they make you look. And with the Booty Boost leggings, you also want to be very thoughtful about your underwear, your lingerie, because you really don't want to look like you're just stuffed into your leggings. You really want that very sleek line. And Spanx actually has some beautiful underwear that I highly recommend Booty Boost legging, but I like to wear them when I'm not wearing the Booty Boost legging. But as I said, I do like the Booty Boost legging because they hold everything in place and they give that I woke up like this look. It's very sleek silhouette, very smooth lines. I mean, there's really no lumps and bumps with it. But another one that I like, and I know many of you love Talbots as much as I do, so their Passport Ponte leggings are a very good choice. And they're structured enough to look like pants, but with the stretch you want for long flights. And if I'm on a long haul trip, so these aren't leggings per se, but they are very comfortable. Then they're the Cousin 2 leggings, and that is a pair of joggers, and I love Viore joggers. Very comfortable. I mean, it's one of my go-tos when I travel. And then you just put a cashmere hoodie with it, put a tee underneath. You have some nice warm layers. But what I love about these joggers is that they really are durable. They hold up, and they're so soft. Just really great to travel with. And they also give you a beautiful first-class comfort, even in coach look. So it's all about balance, comfort, polish, and a little grit and glam. Okay, next for the airport, and I absolutely love to wear matching sets when I'm in the car, going on a car trip or a shorter trip. And I have a couple of brands that there again are just go-tos. But you just can't go wrong with a matching set because it's the easiest way to look like you tried when you definitely didn't. And first up is the Spanx Air Essentials set. And this is a perennial winner. And I do know that there are many sets over on Amazon that are dupes for Spanx Air Essentials, but I love this set so much that I'm really not interested in anything else. It's just so well made. It holds up. And my favorite one is the half zip. So this is a black set, and it's a half zip top with wide leg pants. But definitely one of my go-to travel outfits. And again, because they're buttery soft, wrinkle resistant, and chic enough to wear straight off the plane. And I have to say, that I love, love, love Varley, and I've shared them many times over here as well. And they have beautiful matching sets too. And one of my favorites, because it's a longer jacket, and it's called the Ansett jacket, and it has a tie in front, so I think it's very flattering. And it has a pair of matching joggers. And it comes in a variety of colors. This one is the ivory marl. So I have the black, I have the ivory. I know some of you don't like to travel in lighter clothes, so that's completely fine. So Varley does have different colors in this set. So take a look at it, because I receive so many compliments when I wear it, and it's because of the jacket. And I do think this Varley set is the perfect balance between polish and comfort. And you can throw on sneakers for boarding, then swap for loafers or slides when you land. Instant outfit upgrade. Next, let's talk about jeans, because I know a lot of us do like to wear jeans when we travel, and I will definitely slip into a pair when I'm on a short haul flight. I definitely don't do that when I'm, traveling to Europe or anything longer than the West Coast. Definitely jeans are my go-to for short haul flights. And nothing looks better than a pair of jeans and a blazer. So you can definitely just pick your favorite jeans. And then I love to just add the Veronica Beer Dickie blazer, because you can zip in and zip out so many different options. I love this chunky sweater look. It looks very chic. You can get very casual with a gray hoodie or a cashmere hoodie, but I mean, so many endless choices. So that's just a really great option. So don't forget jeans and a blazer. But if you're looking for the perfect jeans to travel in, I swear by Frank and Eileen's pull-on jeans. Yes, ladies, these are pull-on jeans. I love them. So there's no lumps or bumps anywhere. And there's no buttons, no bulk, just comfort, but it still looks tailored. And I just like to add a cotton roll neck sweater, and then I'm good to go. It's simple, it's classic, and it looks intentional. Like you actually plan your outfit instead of grabbing whatever was clean. And next, ladies, we have to talk about shoes, because shoes are so important when we travel. They really serve a dual purpose. We have to go through security checks. We have, as I said earlier, or maybe your gate has changed and you have to, run down the airport. I mean, there's just a lot of things that you have to take into consideration when you're talking about your shoes, because comfortable shoes are non-negotiable. And also, if your feet hurt, the trip's over before it starts. And who wants that? So one of my go-tos are slip-on sneakers. And this pair, they're called APL Women's Tech Loom. And it is a lightweight pair of shoes, but they're also supportive and easy to slide off at security if you need to. Loafers are another great choice. And I love these suede loafers from Ralph Lauren with a chunky sole for a little edge and a lot of comfort. And they look absolutely amazing with the Frank and Eileen pull-on jeans and that roll neck sweater. And when I want something sporty but still sleek, I reach for Rag & Bone Retro Runners, because they go with everything. And it's also really nice too. I always try to wear like my bulkiest shoes on the plane, because then it's not going to take up space in my suitcase. So that's another thing that I think about too when I'm thinking about shoes. But if you're more of a ballet flat girl, you can definitely add a pair of ballet flats to travel in, because they also slip on and off with ease. And they're an elegant option. They're classic, they're simple, and they're perfect for slipping into something chic after a long day. But we do want to look for pairs with good arch support and cushioned soles, because your feet will definitely thank you. And I've shared this many, many times with you, but Vivea makes a great pair of loafers that offer both the arch support and the cushion sole. And they're sustainable, they're washable. I mean, they're really practically indestructible. But I will just mention, and I briefly talked about it in the opener, because we do want to avoid a couple of shoes. And one for sure are high heels. Because if you're late for a flight, they're next to impossible to run in. And trust me, I've tried. That was years ago, before I finally wised up. Because comfort is key when you're traveling, short flights or long. So you can still look chic without sacrificing your feet. Okay, next. This is so important too. Layers. Let's talk about that. Because travel weather is unpredictable. So I rely on layers. And first up is a denim jacket, because this is always a good choice. And it's one of my go-tos, because they're practically indestructible. I mean, you can wad it up, you can throw it in your tote, you can pull it out, when it's chilly, because, temps fluctuate in the airport and on the plane. But I also think it adds instant casual polish. And another go-to of mine, and has been since I did live overseas, and that's a cashmere scarf. It's just a travel staple for me. It's easy to put on, it's easy to take off, and you can tuck it in again into your carry-on. Or another option would be a classic cardigan, or one that's a little bit longer. Could be like more of a duster if you're in the mood for that, but definitely it's a great layer, and it's a softer, more relaxed layer. And if you want something a little bit more refined, you can't go wrong with a blazer. And I already mentioned that. And I love the Veronica Beard Dickie blazer. Honestly, if I only wore it when I traveled, I would get my money's worth out of it, because I just think it's just the perfect companion when you board the plane. And that's because the zip in, zip out lining is genius. But I do want to mention, because Quince has come up with one that's very, very similar, and it is very cost effective too. Definitely doesn't have that high price tag that Veronica Beard does. So if you're looking for a beautiful alternative, definitely check out Quince. And I have all the links down below in the description box. And these layers that I just talked about don't just look great, they're functional. But I will just point out that you do want to travel in neutral tones, because then everything will mix and match. But I think my top two favorites are denim jacket and a cashmere scarf or wrap. And next, we don't want to forget about accessories, because yes, I talk ad nauseum about accessories, because they can make even the simplest outfit look intentional. And I pack lightweight pieces, just a pair of small gold hoops, a silk scarf, oversized sunglasses. These are just great accessories to add to your outfit, and they truly take up zero space, but add instant polish. And next, ladies, let's talk about wrinkle-resistant fabrics, because that's also really important too. Sometimes we have really long days. I mean, like for me, when I'm traveling from Athens to the airport, that's an hour and a half just right there. And then I get to the airport and I check in, and I have at least 2 hours before my flight takes off, and that's if it's on time. Then the flight, and then I get there. I mean, you get the drill. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So we really want fabrics that are going to be able to stand up to a long, long day. And my secret weapon, wrinkle-resistant fabrics. So think ponte knit, think cotton, and tech blends that look fresh right out of the suitcase. And there are a couple of brands that I really love to go to. I mean, outside of the ones that I just mentioned, Spanx, Varley, Athleta's another good one. They have great travel clothes. And Chico's has an entire line that's devoted to travel, and it's called Travelers. And really, you just can't go wrong with that. And also, I don't want to be fighting an iron on vacation, right? I mean, I will bring my travel steamer, I do, and that's also another little secret that I have. But I don't want to be messing around with wrinkly clothes. And as I mentioned, Chico's Travelers is a great option, especially if you would like coordinated outfits, because they have mixed and matched their separates just so beautifully. So go take a look at that. So there you have it, ladies. My foolproof travel outfit formula. Comfortable, classic, and carry-on ready. And everything you've seen, including the Nomad Lane Bento bag, is linked down below. And tell me in the comments, are you team leggings or sneakers and jeans? Any way you slice it, travel smart, stay stylish, and I'll see you at the gate. Thanks so much for stopping by today. And a big thank you to Nomad Lane for this sponsored post. And thank you, my Grit and Glam Club, for supporting the brands that allow me to bring you fresh ideas.